Alright, so last episode we started off by battering Newcastle away from home at their home stadium here, with Haaland scored ahead of my first one of FC26, which was quite happy to see. And a second goal courtesy of Marmoush, and another header from Haaland from this corner, my first corner that I scored in the game since obviously starting to play with Haaland there again. And we made it a 4-1 victory. We've got a lot to get through in this intro here. As you can see, we then took on Nottingham Forest. We had chances to score goals in this game, but Matt Soles was making some insane saves to keep them level. And later in the game, James McCarthy of all players would give us a 1-0 loss, then bringing Adeyemi in January to be a backup striker to Erling Haaland's Marmoush is now playing the cam role in the team. We then take on Man United away from home, trying to bounce back from that Forest loss and prove that was just a flash in the pan result for them against us. And we then beat Man United, as you can see, a fairly comfortable victory, once again beating them 3-0 here at this point, the same scoreline we had last time. We faced them a 4-0 at the end of the first half, saw us to sim the rest of it and pick up a 5-0 victory. As you can see over there, beating Man United away from home 5-0. We then took on Liverpool, who Marmoush scored an absolutely incredible goal. Marmoush has been insane in this team and shown why he's very expensive in the Ultimate Team right now. Donnarumma made a big save there. And later in the episode, we then took on Forest again in the Prem, away at home this time, looking to get revenge. And we managed to do so, beating them 1-0 ourselves this time. And we're not done there though. We then took on Arsenal in the Champions League dynasty scene here. We rifled it in the top corner with Marmoush, and then we'd almost concede a weird goal there. Thankfully, Kushinov would save us and head it away. But they would get back in the game with a header rebounding off Donnarumma, and Trossard would poke it in to make it 1-1. But that would only spur us on as we go to the other end and would get a shot away, and it would fall straight to Doku, who would make it 2-1. And let's get into today's episode. And to start off today's episode, we're going to take on Liverpool in the at Wembley Stadium for the Carabao Cup final. Let's get into this one and hopefully win our first trophy on FC26, the first time round up against Liverpool. Let's get into this one. Like I said, hopefully see Ruben Dias lift the Carabao Cup here. He dropped against Everton in any minutes, and I might just sell him for the next game week because he's gone down in 0.2 million in price. Like that touch from Reinders was criminal. Oh, Jesus Christ. McAllister. Good block there from Chavadio. Rodri. There we go. I was going to say, shouldn't it be able to be outstrengthed by Florian Wirtz? Here's Doku though. Doku through. Can he make it 1? No, yes he does. And Jeremy Doku strikes first, under 10 minutes in. We get a goal in the Carabao Cup final, which we'd love to see. And Doku, the man again, he's been one of our best players in this series. That's why he's in the team. He's been scoring the goals and getting the assists and playing great overall. And Doku here scores again. Count Doku scores, as I called him in the first episode, and makes it 1-0 to us. As on this slot, he's annoyed at the touchline there, but we deserved that goal there. We played great going forward and defended well. I feel it's going to be a very defensive game for me in this one against Liverpool. I feel like I'm going to be defending quite a lot. And Liverpool are going to get back into the game here. No, they're not, because Chavadio is right there. Reinders. Doku. Again. Haaland. To Marmoush. Oh, load that from Omar Marmoush. Why not? Marmoush. I needed one more touch, I think. And then the shot. Back into the German. Back to the Egyptian. Into the Swedishman, who plays it through to the Argentinian, who's allowed by the Italian in Gianluigi Donnarumma. Milos Kerkez. To Alejandro Grimaldo. Salah's header, Donnarumma, what a save. I mean, realistically, he should be saving a header from Salah. He's not the most, I guess, best at heading, but at the same time, it's a great save. Grimaldo, ball inside to Mo Salah, added into Isak, hits the side netting from close range. That's a horrific miss. How has he not scored there? Got Doku on trying to make the run. There we go, Doku. Through, and Doku, with a bit of skill, shoots and Addison denies him. From you, Haaland. Marmoush near post, hits it. Addison just needed more power behind that shot. He didn't really catch it. Wirtz back across there to McAllister. Into Gravenberch. Shot taken by Wirtz, who misses. Oh no, I've committed with Ruben Dias there. That was bad. Wirtz. You're going to pass it or shoot Wirtz. He goes for the shot and Donnarumma makes the save. Otto. Ball in by him. Headed away by Aït-Nouri. Doku gets to that, and Haaland away, and it's going to be a 1-0 victory for us in the Carabao Cup final. It was a very as a game, I thought the game frozen then, but it was a very hard-fought victory, but it's cut to the trophy lift. Our first one of FC26, a goal in the 9th minute by Doku was the difference in the end, and we'll win our first trophy of FC26. Where you can see the fans celebrating in the Manchester pub, you can see right there, which means the trophy lift is coming. Ruben Dias is stepping up. I believe it's going to be the same animation from last year. Different to change any of the trophy celebrations from what I know anyway. But the white and blue ribbons are on the Carabao Cup, our first trophy in a little bit here at Man City. So we didn't win one last season, I don't believe anyway. We'll win this one here, and Ruben Dias, the captain, steps up to lift it. And what a much deserved victory from us. We defended well, we attacked well in this game. And Donnarumma, he arguably deserves to lift this trophy. He made some massive saves for us in this game to keep us ahead. And we win our first trophy of FC26, which is the Carabao Cup, which is to see. And as you can see right here, we have the leave of absence. Fortunately for us, a player that we can afford to lose in the starting 11 in Livramento. We do have obviously Rico Lewis and Mateus Nunes, who can play as well as Kushinov. But I'm going to give him the time off. I feel like it's better for him to get the time off than obviously deny the leave, as it would then be in, like bad morale, etc. So we're going to give him the time off to do whatever he needs to do. And in the meantime, Rico Lewis or Nunes will take over the role again in the team. Alright, so our next one here is a big game up against Chelsea. Away from home, we're going to be playing at Stamford Bridge. We're going to face Chelsea the first time this season. But after that, as you can see, we're taking on Arsenal in the next game week. So we get to take on Chelsea and then Arsenal. We're only 5 points clear of Arsenal right now in the table. So that's why we are heading to Stamford Bridge. We did beat Chelsea in a sim game we did against them like a while ago, I think now. We played against them at some point. We simmed them and beat them. Let's get into this one. They are down in 11th in the table, which is surprising considering Chelsea and Villa are a much better team than they're 12th actually than Everton, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Spurs and Man United, etc. They should be up here realistically in like the Europa League or Conference League or Champions League position, but somehow they're down in 12th. Let's get into this one up against them. I believe Livramento is back from his leave of absence. It's been like a few weeks since that popped up, and he is, thankfully. It should be a rainy day here. We're going to play in this one. And for this game, I have switched Haaland to a poacher, as I've trained him to be a poacher World Plus as well. So hopefully in this game, he's going to play well and actually get involved in the actual attacking instead of just linking up play, which I don't mind him doing, but at the same time, I want him to score goals like he was doing for us. And in this formation, it's kind of been a bit quiet since we switched to it. It's been Marmoush who's been the guy who's been scoring the goals, which isn't bad for us. But let's get into this game and hopefully defeat Chelsea here. Marmoush looking for Haaland, but how is that overhit? I put no power behind it. But in this game, it feels much more worse to do. You players just take a really unrealistic heavy touch. I know where the ball like skips frames and jumps at light speed. There's Chelsea in the attack though. Enzo Fernandez ball through, but that is going to be Aitnoris to keep and play. Reinders ball through. Why in the rain? That's what it makes no sense that the passes are getting overhit the most in the rain. If anything, the ball will be underhit due to the rain. The rain's one thing, but there's just no room to like get any passes away, and like no one's making good runs right now into good spaces. I mean, Doku's done well here to find Haaland. Haaland on the turn hits it, and Haaland scores. And well, I'll be quiet then because we finally get a goal, and Erling Haaland scores for the first time in a while in a played game. Because since he switched to this formation, I mean, he was scoring towards the start of last episode, but then he kind of switched halfway through it and he wasn't scoring. But he scores here. He finds a space. And first time effort there from him on his left foot, finds the back of the net. Doku as well. He is the guy again creating opportunities in this team. And Haaland finishes it. He put us ahead in this game. Our first shot and our first goal. It's been a strange one this game. It's been a very, very strange one. This is felt FC24-ish, or FC25-ish, sorry. And that is not a good thing. Enzo. Not sure if he can kick off. Palmer. Hits it wide of the post. More. Here's Haaland. There's some more. Haaland, can he shoot? Oh, wait. How did he not get the shot away there? Did the hardest part, which is getting between the two defenders. All he needs to do is swing his foot at it in the last part. But over the top. Delap couldn't win it. Ruben Dias has it away. Reece James. Oh, no. Enzo Fernandez. Blocked by... How is it gone back to Garnacho? Donnarumma, please, thank you. Johnny Reinders, good turn. Good strength. Just hold it up. There we go. Third, oh, again, no, just nowhere to go. But that should be the end of the game here. A 1-0 victory over Chelsea. A smash and grab victory for us. Yeah, the rain just... I might turn the rain off from here in the future because it just... I don't know. Something about it in this game that I don't like. It just feels very... It just has such a detriment to the gameplay. Like the first touches are just awful. The passes get overhit so much. Like the foot, like you tap sprint slightly, and your player's just lost possession. Like you just can't do anything in the rain in this game. We had one shot and scored, and it just, I don't know. The rain just, I feel like it needs to be toned down, the effects of the rain, because it's insane in this game. The rain affects the game too much to the point where you can't actually play the game. And as you can see, after beating Chelsea in that game that you probably didn't see much of because there wasn't really much to show anyway, we got the victory in the end. That's all that matters. We now take on Arsenal here. They're 8 points behind us in the table right now. And they will be obviously further behind us if we win this game, which will be amazing for us with the last few games of the season to be played. You can see with 31 games played, we're 8 points clear. Let's get into this one up against Arsenal and hopefully beat them again here. If Haaland's not involved in this game, then we need to change it because we can't have Haaland not involved in the team. He does make good runs still, but I just can't really get him involved in the game as he wins ahead of there. But throughout the majority of the game, he just kind of is there and he doesn't get anything going for himself. Marmoush, Reinders. I feel like our best formation was still the 4-3-3 from the start. I kind of switched and tried different formations and they've worked for us, but I feel like the 4-3-3 was still the best. But obviously it didn't give us Marmoush in the team. So the amount of times it just goes wrong and it shouldn't do so is insane. Haaland. I should have taken a shot. I thought Giovanni was going to come close to him so I could body him off it and then take a shot on the half volley, but he just kind of moved into the centre there, which I didn't expect, which then left me in a situation where I couldn't do anything. I should have just taken a shot first time. I feel like the authentic gameplay does need a few changes the more I've played it. I feel like there's a few things I don't like about it, like the amount of errors that happen which shouldn't happen. So I might need to change some of the stuff about it, but overall I do like the authentic gameplay. I just feel like it needs some tweaks. Lovely play here. Reinders, Haaland, there's no room though to get anything going. Why is Haaland here? Why is my 6 foot, whatever he is, striker on the edge of the box when we've got a crossing opportunity? Get in the box. You're on poacher. Not false 9. Here we go. Haaland, oh, he's got to be offside into it. He shoots, no post, and it's offside anyway. He did it too soon. Haaland. There you go. Can you silence the critics? You've been quiet in the second half of the season, but you score again. 17 goals in 21 games in the Prem for him. I think Joker's is on like 26 or something. I saw before the game he's on like 26, so he's not going to win the Golden Boot in the Prem. But as long as we win the league, it doesn't matter. And Haaland here scores. I don't know what's changed. Like I said, like when we switched to this 4-3-3, I felt like Haaland was still getting goals, and then just slowly but surely, he just kind of like wanders away from the striking positions. As you saw towards the end of the first half, he's kind of just sat on the edge of the box in the crossing position in the 45th minute. Like, he needs to get into the box, like he's a striker. And I feel like we shut a striker in this game. We got one striker formation. Instead of like being a 2-striker formation with that as a cam, you know what I mean? Like basically, like your strikers are paired up. Like your cam becomes a second striker. It pushes away your main striker into like a centre mid role or out wide, which shouldn't happen. Here's Marmoush. And well, Arsenal have opened up here. I started the second half and somebody got the ball off us there late in that attack there. Foden. Doku. Turns Doku. Shoots and Doku hits the post. What was that touch? Okay, there we go. Rodri. Reinders. We're all over them here to start the second half with. It's been playing the past like episode. I just get one chance of Haaland in the game and that's it. Never meant to good defending. Ball forward to Foden. Lovely play here. Doku. Marmoush. Rodri. To Foden. Foden to Haaland, who shoots but Saliba blocks it. Like he should be doing. So I feel like I need to try it like wide playmaker and stuff like that. But a shot there from Enquiries, poor from him. Lovely play here. Haaland. Doku. Back here to Omar. Why did he not shoot? What was that? Like he just took a touch and just took it away from himself at the end there to give the ball to Gabriel. Rodri to Foden. Nice opportunity to gain Foden here. And Enquiries gets the ball off him there somehow again. But we're going to get a 1-0 victory against Arsenal here. We take it. But I feel like right now the games are just so scrappy. I don't know how to change it. It feels weird. This feels like every game is like a scrap to win it. Like, in a good way, in a way it's good and bad, but I just feel like there's no like, I don't know, it's weird. There's something that needs to change, and I don't know where it is right now, but like, the more I play, the more I figure out where it is I need to change, but right now there's just something that's just there that's hindering it a little bit, but at the same time, we're winning games, so that's all that matters. But I feel like every game I'm just like, I went from having a lot of fun towards the start of the series to like having to like grind out a victory in this series here, which is good and bad. You know, I'm actually being challenged to get a victory, but having to fight for a 1-0 victory, having only 4 shots a game, isn't fun. But, you know, at the same time, it's a good challenge. And for the final game of today's episode, we're going to take on Inter Milan here in the first leg of the semi-finals of the Champions League at the Etihad. So we're going to play at home, but we're going to wear the away kit due to the kits of the Inter in this game being better. They've kept the snake design on the away kit for, which I do like that kit. But also the home kit, they have changed it to this, which obviously does kind of clash with our home kit and also our alternate kit. So we got an alternate kit. So we're going to play in our away kit. They're going to play in their away kit as well. Let's get into this game. Up against them. For some reason in this save, I don't have 9 substitutions. I noticed it still being a glitch in the game where like I don't have 9 subs. I think in my next save, I should have 9 substitutions. I think they updated it and fixed it. But in this one, we don't have 9 substitutions. So that's kind of annoying to deal with, but you know, it is where it is to get into this game and hopefully win the first leg here against Inter and send ourselves into the final of the Champions League. Thuram, there's Ruben Dias though, has he still got the ball? Thuram shoots and Donnarumma puts it out for a corner there. I'm not too sure how they actually got the shot away there, but build it B, that's an awful corner from them. We're going to just hopefully get it clear. No, we're not. That's certainly, there we go, Doku. Doku now. Haaland making a run. Haaland inside. Lovely run there from him. Haaland near post. The parrot, Bastian Sommer. There we go. It's 1-0 City. Courtesy of Erling Haaland. 5 goals in 10 games for him in the Champions League this season. Not the most prolific season for him in the Champions League, but a goal is a goal. And obviously it is where it is. As long as we're winning competition, we don't care about who was the top scorer. As long as we're the ones that win it. And Haaland here near post. Blasts it past Sommer. A great run there, played in by Doku, and a great finish there by Haaland to put us 1-0 up in this game here. Thuram here. To Denzel Dumfries. Good defender from Itanuri against him. Now Doku. And get forward here, hopefully. Marmoush. And carry it forward for us. Can send Doku. No, can give it to Reinders instead. And that is just... There's Doku, got the ball. Doku shoots and Doku's denied. It's falling to Foden, who can't get the Demarco heads it away. Doku power shot from the Belgian. Off the bar. Haaland header. Saved by Sommer. How have we not scored another goal in this game yet? Foden still... No, it's not over yet. Marmoush. Into Reinders. The former AC Milan man does score. After we were all over and then there moments to go, we do get the goal with Johnny Reinders, the former AC Milan man, like I mentioned, scoring against Inter to put us 2 goals up here and a much deserved second goal. After that, well, chaotic last few moments of the game there, hitting a crossbar, the header from Haaland saved and everything else that happened in between that, and Reinders scores there to make it 2-0. Inter just before the half-time break, trying to get a goal back in this game. But Ruben Dias, great interception from him there. Oh, here we go in the second half. Inter trying to get forward straight from kickoff here. Thuram beats Ruben Dias, ball inside to Lautaro Martinez, back, but Rodri intercepts, and it's fallen somehow. I played a pass to a Rodri, man. Like, after he got the ball, I pressed pass to get it away, and he just didn't do it. He took a touch. As if that's the way I conceded in this game. That's their second shot and they scored. If they get back level in this game, and they don't deserve it, there we go. Ruben, why are my players taking unnecessary touches after intercepting the ball instead of passing it away? There we go. Doku. Across to Foden. There we go. I'm surprised it actually worked. You could see me trying to line that up there when I slid it down with Doku to go for the skill past the defender. They take it to the byline and cross it in. And Foden was there waiting for it. I was hoping Haaland would be more central and he could get to the ball, but I saw Foden in a good position, so I passed it to him. And he scored. See, Haaland was blocked by the defender, but Foden had room. Gets ahead of the defender there and gets a shot in to the back of the net to put 2 goals to the good again here. That's the interception in there. But over the top, that's going to be Oshavadio. There we go. Johnny Ryan. Oh no. I've got a bad feeling that Inter are going to score again. Ruben Dias wins the header. Let's try to describe it. Good block. Head it away. And back. And then out. It's Adeyemi who's got the pace. He should be able to beat whoever this is. I think it's a Kanji. Ball into the box, so back post. Looking for Savinho on a header. And a likely goal scorer from a header is Savinho. But he was there and he won it. I am very surprised he won that. I mean, I think he was up against Carlos Augusto, who's not the tallest, but it's not. He should win a header against Savinho, in my opinion. But Savinho just got there and headed it in, and maybe someone could have saved it as well because it was kind of straight at him. But I think see Carlos Augusto just got it wrong. He kind of didn't realise where Savinho was and thought it was safe to let go. But Savinho puts us 4-1 up here in this game. We're going to sim the second leg and we're going to be through to the final of the Champions League. We should have to see, and hopefully we can win it for our first time round. That'd be amazing. See, we won the Carabao Cup for the first time on our first attempt. Oh, what a save by Donnarumma. Please, thank you. But that should be the game done here, and well, maybe one more got now. The referee's called it. It's a 4-1 victory at the Etihad against Inter. It's not as a demolishment as Barcelona and PSG gave them in a way. Barcelona ended up losing to Inter, but yeah, it's not kind of like that type of game. But we did beat them, much deserved. You can see they did have 5 shots in the end because in the second half they kind of just were taking long shots and loads of stuff were blocked, etc. We dominated this game. Mamouche with the man of the match, interesting. 9.5 rating. Doku up there as well. And Adeyemi, despite coming on later in the 8.1, and Savinho, despite scoring, not in the top 5 performers, interesting. But a big victory here for us against Inter in the first leg. We'll sim the second leg and we'll be through to the final. But let's do the outro and then we'll wrap up the episode. And as you can see, to end the episode, we are pretty much guaranteed the Premier League title if we just win this next game, I believe, up against Everton away from home. We'll win the Premier League title, and then we do have a home game against Brentford we'll play to get the trophy celebrations. We also then will sim the second leg against Inter as we'll beat them. But also, we're going to be in the FA Cup final against Chelsea at Wembley next episode. So we've got 3 trophies on the line: the Premier League, the FA Cup, and also the Champions League to wrap up and win in that episode, which was to make the quadruple. Obviously, after we did win the Carabao Cup, which was to beat Liverpool 1-0 in that final. But next episode, we've got a bunch of big games to play, and hopefully this incredible team we do have will continue to play some great football and win us all 3 trophies to make the quadruple what we do win. But I can see Mamouche 27-11, Haaland 25-5, Foden 12-6. He's kind of picked up in numbers a little bit more towards the end of the season. 18 goal contributions for him. Reinders 9-9, 18 for him. Savinho doing pretty good. Adeyemi as well coming in and doing pretty good for us. And Doku 17-36 on left wing, pretty good as well. And let's see, that's going to call it for today's episode. If you're going to enjoy it, drop a like and subscribe for more content. Check out the Ultimate Team series I've been doing. I think I'm going to post it on my second channel for now because it's not really getting the views on the main channel for some reason. It just isn't getting pushed in the algorithm, so I'm going to stop posting it here on the main. and do it on the second channel for as long as I want to do the series 4. So if you want to check that out, check the description down below. You'll find the link to the second channel where you can find universe mode content. Should be a video up today as well for that one, as I'm going to get back into doing all of that again. And as always, thank you for watching. Drop a like and subscribe, and goodbye.